So you're having the best conversation in the world, and all of a sudden this person just stops replying. She reads your messages, but she stops replying. So what do? Let's get into it. Let's face it, we live in a world where social media rules, and a lot of it is thanks to the art of simping. Now this is a problem because a lot of young men are actually involuntarily celibate. I'm in my 30s, and when I was around 15-16 years old, life was quite easy in comparison. We didn't have these problems. It was quite easy to meet someone, strike up a conversation, which later actually led to something. It was a time where the social media had just begun to take over. It was still at the beginning stage. The comprehension of the general populace was not very high, so a lot of young people didn't really know how to utilize it properly, until they did. But anyway, you're having a conversation with this chick that you find very interesting. You've been talking about various topics, and all of a sudden, in the middle of nowhere, she just stops responding. You can clearly see that she read your message and you're still waiting for a response. Hours fly by, but nope, nothing. I believe that this is a phenomenon caused by very thirsty men, aka simps. These guys literally worship women, and the end result doesn't look very nice on the rest of the males. In the previous video on why she likes bad guys, I mentioned that giving women a choice is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing for them, but it's a bad thing for you, because the chances of you being filtered out is very high. So let's get into 5 reasons why she might not respond to your DMs. Number 1. You've got replaced. She's replaced you with someone more interesting. Keep in mind that women talk to a lot of guys, and in order to gain their attention, you must be competing with a whole lot of guys. You gotta have a strong frame, always be consistent in your behavior, and if it's worth it, compete. If not, walk away. Never go back. Number 2. She's busy talking to many people at the same time, and you're not on that priority list. She might even respond, but it usually takes a long time. The best way to handle this is by not being too clingy. Do not seem very interested, but rather like you're trying to find her flaws. If that doesn't work, let her know that you're walking away and don't talk to her again. Number 3. She's simply not interested. A lot of women actually talk to guys even if they're not really interested. They give some form of contact. It's usually very cold and vague, and the use of emojis is minimal. The signs are quite clear. How do you deal with this? Walk away, it's a waste of time. Number 4. They're testing you to see how you react on their silence. They want to see if they have you around their finger. They want to see if you're a man and patient enough to handle a woman. What you can do is test them back. Ask them very hard questions that they don't really want to answer. Make it as you're trying to find out more about them. Number 5. And this one is actually a very important one. A lot of guys make this mistake. You're probably giving away too much about yourself. Keep in mind that when you write, always do one line at a time. Don't use a bunch of emojis and start spamming her. Don't tell her about your life story because she doesn't really care, okay? So those are the 5 potential reasons to why she's not responding you. And here are some tips. When you engage with women overall, keep a strong frame, be more investigating rather than asking them basic questions like how she's doing or how her day has been. Ask more open, difficult and uncomfortable questions. Use the questions to get to know more about her rather than simping to her like how are you, what are you doing, making things all about her. You don't want that because you don't really care, right? Ask about opinions of things. The idea is to pin her against the wall, make her nervous, so you can get the information that you need to move on. I mean, she could be a complete lunatic, but in the end it's up to you if you want to proceed. Also have strong opinions and hold on to them. Be the guy that sets the standards and rules in the conversation. And also, this is one of the most important parts. Have an abundance mindset because there is plenty of fish in the sea. Therefore, don't be scared of rejection because it's actually a great thing. It leaves room for more other fish and it teaches you a lesson about women. It teaches you a lot about it. So that's all for this video. Hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe and have a great day.